Good morning, everyone. Hey, let's talk about foundations, okay? We need foundations in everything we do. We have to have a point where we create I guess basically a starting point, right? We have a foundation. That's if we were going to build something or if we're going to learn something, we have to have a foundation to learn upon, right? So let's use the foundation of the body, which is the feet, okay? I got my feet, I got my ankles, I got my lower legs, and those areas help me kind of always know where I am. They help me, you know, intrinsically. There's muscles that are going to turn on to let me know where I am so I can catch myself. So if I start to lose my balance a little bit, I can catch myself, right? So I love using a medicine ball to help force that issue. So if I stand sideways and I stand with pretty straight legs and I take this medicine ball and I reach it out in front of me, now if I keep going with it, I have to start really gripping. Like right now, my toes are getting really tight. So if I were to drop the ball, it would look more like that. I'm really leaning forward and I'm gripping hard. Well, the ball makes me counteract this action. Okay, so as I go forward, I'm kind of like fighting backwards against it a little bit. Okay, so now this is outstanding though for strengthening my feet, giving me that ability to spread my toes, use my toes, but also still find my heel, to get back on that heel, because I don't want to get caught up here. I'm definitely going to tip over at that point. So as I go, I'm still standing on my heel, but I'm spreading those toes and I'm using them. Now, if you look at me this way, if I go on an angle, this foot, okay, my right foot, the last toes, okay, so my little toe, and you know, my big toe's not as involved, but my little toe's really involved in the outside upper third of my whole foot is really gripping that ground quite a bit. Now on the other foot, it's just the opposite. It's my great toe. So my big toe is really gripping hard to help me, but most of the weight is on this leg. So I can work here, I can work here, I can go in kind of a semicircle and back, and it really makes me grip. Now, we take that and we start to add single leg actions with this, okay? So if I lift my inside leg off the ground and I reach and I don't allow myself to counterbalance. Now, the smart thing to do to keep my balance is if a weight goes forward, I just counterbalance, and that keeps me centered. But if I want to train my feet more, I'm going to lift that foot and I'm not going to allow it to counterbalance, and now I'm going to use my feet even more. And then I'll switch sides, same thing. Now if I want to counterbalance, it's much easier for me to stay over the center of that foot because I got weight out here and I equal it out with weight back there, okay? So now I can take that same pattern and I can go in different planes. This was pretty much all sagittal or straight ahead. But what if I took it and I raised it up, which automatically raises my center of mass, and now I go this way, okay? But I'm not allowing myself to counterbalance because this is much easier than that because I'm having to use, the intrinsic muscles within my foot, but now I'm starting to integrate even more core and hip and adductors to keep me from collapsing over, okay? And now I'm going to stay on this leg. Rather than going lateral of that leg, I'm going to go medial. And so now, much different feeling, especially if I don't counterbalance. So if I want to counterbalance that, I'm just going to have my leg either go behind or in front, and it just counterbalances the action. So, build the foundation of your feet. Maybe take a minute each day and do some reaches, some tilts, or some leans to catch yourself, and it's going to wake everything up, and it's going to get those feet started, because if you lose your feet, it's going to be tough from there on out, because you're just not going to have the control and the balance. So, hey, give that a shot. Love to get some feedback from you, and hopefully that's helpful. Hey, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.